I'm Rebecca.
I'm Caitlin.
I'm Nessa.
This is the Family Showdown!
Hello, folks, and welcome back to my top 100 games of all time. This time, Hunter and I are going through my 70 through 61. I call this the stabilizing from last year 10.
You
feel
could
like-
call the last few stabilizing, and I'm not feeling very stable.
Well, that's the point. I had to fix last year. You guys all thought I was crazy last year, and now it's like...
so you're basically fixing what you did before.
Yes. See. I don't know. I got nothing. This is what is awesome, according to me, this year. So there.
So, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Whether it's changed, yeah.
I'm ready.
Changed.
I'm ready to be impressed.
changed.
I'm coming
Don't
in
care.
with open heart and open mind, and we'll see what happens.
Don't be too open. It'll fall out your ear there. All right. My number 70 has gone up because more plays. It was 109, and it is... And I think I said... Well, I probably didn't talk about it too much when it was 109. But I thought then that it would go up in my rankings, and it did. And that is... Parks. So, this is reminiscent of Trekking the National Parks and all those other national park games that Trekking the World, those games I really, really, really like. And then this one has a heavier game put into it. So it's got the national parks, which I love, but it's got this worker placement engine builder inside it that's a lot heftier than the trekking games. And I really, 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 really enjoy this one. The artwork's really beautiful. Again, it's got unique playability, replayability because of the way you set up stuff, and it's got fun little bits and resources. Did I mention the artwork's cool? Because I should say that several times. I really like that. And it's just a really good game.
I'm shocked it was this low last year, because you loved it.
I wonder if I'd only had one play.
Maybe. You really keen to take the one-play games.
I do. Because, you know.
I don't. I jump right in.
I know, you just dive right in. But I don't.
Because I'd play every game just once and be good with it.
Is that it? Yeah. Actually, that's kind of true in a way, right? You like to try the new games. No, that's your stick.
All
But
you
like
said
to
was
replay.
art and bits. You ready to show off your arts and bits?
I do want to show off the arts and bits, actually, because they're really pretty. Okay, the other thing that's cool about this game is look at this. I love this. It's a little tree branch, and it has all the bits. And when you're two-player, in particular, this is so awesome, because Hunter and I each go, yoink, and we're ready to play. Because there's little wooden bits, there's a little bit of everything for each of us. And so I don't have to share. No, I'm just kidding. Sometimes Hunter doesn't. I fight over the wooden bits, because I'm like, oh, I want this cute little animal. They're all uniquely shaped little animals. It's ridiculous.
We just got a promo in.
We have a promo? Oh my gosh. Is that a raccoon?
It's a raccoon.
That is adorable. I don't know if you can see him. He's so precious. Okay, so, I mean, and they're ridiculous. There's bears. There's a bat. I see a bunny, a sea turtle, an owl. This is just in this one. They're all unique. And they're all wooden. Oh, a little bison. Look at him. Okay, these are ridiculous. They're adorable. Oh, hey, I hope this is mine. And then on top of that, oh, I should go back in here. On top of that, you've got unique little paintings, postcards, that have different little national parks on them. They're just, oh yeah, that's right. They're actual pictures. They're snapshots because you go around taking pictures. And I'm going to have to come in on this one because they're very tiny. Look at that. Aren't they adorable? Look at this. I love that they're all unique as well. I absolutely love this game. It's just so pretty. And then you've got this cool thing with the photography. What else is in here? Oh, the little wooden bits for the expansion, which I surprisingly really, really liked, is it's got tents and campfires and stuff, little extra bits that you get to do. Do you have that? No, you don't. Oh, here we go. More artwork I gotta show off. I know, I'm talking so much about the artwork, I haven't even mentioned much about the game, and the game itself is, like I said, it's a great game. It's a good, like, medium game, and look at this. Oh, Each one, how many different artists do they have for this one?
I don't know, lots.
It's awesome. And as you can see, different styles, different things, all for the different types of parks. Oh,
There you go.
I could show this all day to you.
The base game looks like it has about 30 or 40 different
Okay,
artists.
look at that. That's amazing to me. And it's great because you'll find yourself just kind of flipping through looking at these when they come out going, oh, this is so cool. One thing that's neat about those, at the bottom of the cards, if you noticed, there's different little icons. Like with these other games, these are the resources that you need to visit said park. Okay? And once again, those are your resources that you saw in the little tray. So you're going to be collecting those resources. And you need to kind of build up an engine to help you. Otherwise, you're going to slow way down and not be able to visit very many parks. And with the expansion, there's things about taking pictures and going to different a different campsite area to do things. Oh, it's just variety pack awesomeness. And
What do you
let's
want to
see,
show?
at the board,
Oh.
the very nice small little board. Not much to it. There, this is it to help you lay down the national park cards. Very plain because all the beautiful artwork is covering all of this. And that's pretty much it. The tiles for your actions are also beautiful. I'll show a couple of those to you here real quick. Real easy peasy here. And they're two-sided. Again, this is more variability in play and whatnot. It's so much fun. So for example, here you go. Here's one, and if you look at the bottom of this, it's saying you can trade in one of those little mountain tokens for a picture, which end up being victory points. And here's one where the canteen action, you can do special things and get special abilities with the canteen action, and you get a water droplet thing. Another resource. Beautiful game. I really enjoy how tight. It's one of those things where you want to do everything, but you can't. You kind of need to set up a game plan and go with it. It has worker placement in the sense that you're going along a trail, so to speak, so you cannot backtrack. Once you move to a spot, that's where you are, and without special powers, you cannot go to the same place that somebody else has gone. So there's a lot of strategy involved with that, short term, a lot of fun. I think this would be an awesome, fun family game, and that's Parks. So...
I didn't even look where it is. It's not high on my list, but that's not to say it's a bad game.
Yeah.
I don't know. Look. Parks. Where's Parks?
I don't know. He can't find it. It doesn't exist. I know you liked this too because we
214.
It's just too light for you? Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's too light, and the expansion helped a little bit, but not enough to really move it up my list. It's still rated an 8. If it's on even in the 200s, it's an 8. So it's still a good game.
It's a super solid game.
Like you said, it's a little light. Then we have other games that do something similar. So
yeah, but it's Parks. And
it is
art,
Parks. I love it because she loves it.
Oh, brother.
I will not berate it. It's a good game. It's a nice family, what I consider a family weight.
Yeah,
game.
I would
gamer
say
family.
I was going to say it's a medium weight game, so it may not be one you want to introduce somebody to. But then again, it's pretty easy to talk somebody through how to play that game. Yeah. I think pretty easy to pick up. So my next one on the list is another one that jumped up, and I think it just jumped up again because of more plays. And for a while we hadn't played it, and it just kind of fell off my radar for a while. It was 136 before, jumped up to 69.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's a big jump.
Yeah, and that's Deus.
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 So this is about the gods, in particular, I believe the Greek ones, and I think it's Greek and not Roman.
I don't know. What's Deus?
Deus is Latin for gods, but that doesn't stop anybody from sticking to the... Anywho, what you're doing is... I love this game because it's a combo builder, and I love those engine builders where you've got your stacks of cards, and then you do something to fire them off, and they all go off in succession, and then you just build up this chain and this really big engine. You get lots of resources and get to do cool things and grab victory points. On top of that, though, you actually have a board, a map. These are different regions that can give you different resources.
It's just an ancient civilization. It's not. I don't think it's specific to a certain civilization.
What?
Yeah.
I thought they were Greek. Okay, just the art on the front kind of looks Greco-Roman. All right, whatever those people. They could have picked us up.
It says you're a leader of an ancient civilization.
Lame. Okay. We'll go with Romans.
Lame.
Then. We'll go with Romans then because it's a
lame.
But you're going through and there are some kind of like third NPC kind of characters.
Barbarians.
Little barbarians. This is very Roman actually because if it's not the Romans, it's barbarians. That's just how they were. So you have barbarian tribes that you can go and randomly conquer and take over. Or you can go and try to get through onto other people's territory. It's a little bit of area control, but very light on that. And, of course, it's helping you build up your engine, get resources, blah, blah, blah. You know, it's kind of that same story. We hear a lot of games that do that. I just really like the way this game has this chaining with the cards. It's so fun.
It's very interesting. You're right. Why didn't they just throw a Roman theme or something on it instead of just making it generic? I don't know.
Yeah, it's loosely Roman. The mentality behind it is. The cards are very... they're kind of multi-purpose in a way because you've got a cost on the side, but you also have special abilities that if you do certain things with the cards, so you can stack them a certain way or keep them to use them for actions. And again, making that choice and what you're going to do with it, it helps you build up your engine. Certain things, like they'll say they're a production building, so when you do that type of action, you can do things to chain and fire it off. And then there's little ones that are like temples and little houses. And I had there's boats, there's ships, and then they're like, yeah. It's got a variety of different kind of categories that help you. Again, they're all supposedly under a certain deity. And then once you do that, they all fire off all of the same type. And that's probably what the heart of the game is for me, is playing around with that and making really cool combos and making those decisions. You can spend a lot of time playing with the map too, but that almost feels secondary to me to playing with the chain, which is not true. I mean, you're really working on the map as your primary.
You stole my thought from me. My thought was, and this is my 140 something, 143.
Yeah.
And the reason is this is a card game pretending to be a board game.
Yeah, it kind of is.
You are moving around the building. You are building stuff. You are taking over areas, but it's a card game.
Yeah, it's true.
With a board. You know how sometimes there's a board game that has like cards? It's kind of a secondary thing. This is just the opposite.
And then here's your little player area, so you can see. Make sure it's not glaring too much. And you can see it's color coded by the type. So you start stacking, and there you go. I mean, it's very straightforward. You got that, and you've got these that you make a little strange shape, amorphous blob of land. But that's the heart of the game, and it's all bits. As you can see, this is pretty empty. I think, aren't there expansions?
Yeah, we never bought them.
We're happy with the base game. It's a lot of fun.
And the expansion's really good, but for whatever reason.
We're happy. We don't play it often enough to really warrant it, because we're not saying, oh, I know the streamlined way to play this or anything like that. So that is it. And yeah, like you said, you heard it was a solid expansion, so if you play this a lot, might be worth looking into for you. But that is my 69, and that is Deus.
Deus.
It is not
Deuces, Deus.
Oh, dang, that's rough. All right. My next one, this one I know we got multiple plays, and the more I play it, the more I enjoy it. It's just a fun family game. My whole family likes it too, which is a plus, but I don't know. I like how smooth.
Likes it?
Oh, Hunter tolerates it. It is my 170. Well, it was my 174. It's jumped up to 68.
Wow!
Yeah, I told you.
You are all over the map, man.
I told you.
This is a wild, wacky ride.
I know.
This 100.
Luxor. I love Luxor.
Yeah.
It's so much fun. It's like you're going through, and each time it's going to play a little bit differently, but you have little peoples, and you keep your cards in your hand in a certain order. And the cards are movement cards. Instead of rolling dice, which you sometimes actually do too, but you mostly use movement cards. And you have to play one of the cards that are on the outside. And when you get new cards, you put them in the middle. So they're slowly funneling out, right? Meanwhile, you're going around this board and collecting different treasures and victory points. And you got to collect a key to be able to get into the inner tomb, which is where you get, of course, the finish line, the mad victory points, and you trigger the end of the game. So it's a race. Oh, so much fun. There's like hidden passageways and little scarab beetles that give you extra victory points, all sorts of fun, floofy things. The expansion we got for that was actually really a huge success with the family too. We like to play with it all the time now. Although, honestly, we had a blast with the base game, too. Trying to think. The art's fun with this one, too. This is another... Oh, this is short, too. 45-minute game. It feels like it should take longer or
We've only played
heavier.
this 4 players. That's probably the reason why it seems longer.
But even so, it's always been 45 minutes. It's been pretty good. I think if we played it 2-player, we'd fly through it.
Probably.
But yeah, we played it 4-player and it plays awesome. I think it would be fun to play it 2-player, but it would definitely be a mad race. Because you're going to have so much open to you. I don't know, where does this rank for you? Because I know this is like light family. That's what I was afraid of.
So I rate this one a 7, which is fine.
Oh, okay.
I only put 8. Only 8's made my... I only did 8 on mine.
Yeah, on your list.
I don't know where it would rank. But
yeah,
this is the kids love this. It's a fun game. It's a great family weight game. It teaches a few kind of gamery things, the card hand management and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. It's a fun little race game. It's interesting. I like what I find interesting among besides the thing she said is that at the end of the game, when the end game triggers and it's over, where all your little meeples are, you have 4 different meeples. Where they all are, give you victory points. So when people are getting close, you're manipulating where those guys land because some places don't give you any points. Other places give you more points, so you're kind of, I need to move this guy 1 and this guy 2 to get to maximize my points before the game ends. So it's interesting how at the last round of the game you're trying to get all your guys in the right position, which is interesting.
What's cool too is the treasures that you're collecting as you land on them. Also, there's kind of a little set collection thing going on with those, and you can rack up some decent victory points doing that too if you do it well.
It's kind of point salad-y.
Yeah. Sometimes I do well at that. Other times it's just luck of the draw if someone snipes it from under you. So the dangers of 4-player, right? But it's a lot of fun, and I've always I enjoy the kind of Indiana Jones-esque feel to it, and it's just every time we've played it, it's been slightly different because again, it's got a lot of randomizing elements to it that make it a nice fresh play each time.
Yep.
So.
It's a cool one.
Luxor, very fun. My number's 68.
Cool beans.
It is indeed. All right. So my next one here was 63, dropped a little bit to 67. So it's
it's one that didn't go all over the map. This is amazing.
And it's likely to remain strong for quite some time. I think it's no surprise. And that is Ora et Labora.
Did we have a long conversation about this during my top 100?
Yes, we did. Well, I don't know if it was it your top 100 or was it during a show? I can't recall anymore.
I think it was my top 100.
Probably.
We discussed the ore and labor thing.
Yes. It's work and pray. But yes, ore and labor.
No, it's pray and work.
Yes, it's pray and work. I know.
See?
But in English, it sounds better to say work and pray. You're not going to talk about et again.
Et.
Oh,
I learned something during that. I learned that et is actually, the and is actually an et. It blew my mind. I mean, I lived like half a century without knowing that the and sign is actually an et.
Yep. The more you know. So, beyond learning about a strange title, I just realized there's a lot of Latin-y sort of themes in my top 10 today. But this one is about your monks, and they're building stuff and getting victory points and
stuff.
They're industrious monks. Oh man, this is a heavy, long. This is probably his longest, isn't it?
This is probably of all the ones we played. It is
Uwe Rosenberg's long. In fact, I think isn't it it says 2 to 3 hours and has a little asterisk next to it, and that it says for the short version 1 hour.
There is a short version that you can play. Yes, there is a short version. There is. A lot of his games have short versions.
Boring. Why would you do that?
Because you only have an hour to play and you want to play?
Shh. Silence. Savor the flavor. All right, so what's fun about this? A lot of things, actually. This is another one of the Uwe Rosenberg games that we have talked about on the show many a time that has the cool little spinny dial of fortune here where it keeps track of your resources for you.
No, this is the one that this is what resources you get when you take resources.
Yes, you get when you take them. So it doesn't keep track of them like the other one. It's how many you're getting. True. And it can change drastically from one spin to the next. Help. What I think is fun about this one, though, in particular, because it is a heavier game, it's got a lot more land. So you've got You've got some beach property. You've also got some mountain property. Okay, you got some mountains here, mountains and grass. You got the beach. I showed you the beach, and I think there is the mountains and the grass.
There's ocean.
I showed the ocean. Is that it? Okay. Oh yeah, because they've got the regular grass here and then the mountain areas. So
either you put it on one end of your board is this, and the other end of your board is this.
See?
When you're building.
So you can build like so.
Yeah, you're building buildings, and basically when you build them, it has a lot of stuff like you want to build this next to this, but not next to that, and you get points if you put this next to this other thing, but you don't want to put it next to this other thing. So.
Which I love that puzzle aspect of it. I love the kind of tile card laying, strategic placement. All of that, and this is loads of it. And yes, I think we have some feed your people in this too, I believe. I think there's a little feed your people. It's Uwe. If I recall, he always has a feed your people moment. I want to say there is, right?
I don't think so.
It's been a little while since we played this one.
But the, what I was going to say is back to the resources. Basically, it's kind of a game of chicken with the resources. So each round, it clicks up and you get more and more of a resource. Like say, right now you could take six wood, but if you wait around, it'll be 7. If you wait another round, it'll be 8. But if she takes it, it resets all the way down to 1. So it's like, I really want wood, but should I take it now? I don't know if she's going to take it, and she takes it and you cry.
True story.
Man, this has got a lot of points. I did not realize how high a scoring a game this is.
Yeah, we score pretty high in this one.
Crazy. Anyway.
But it's a lot of fun. And I just love the balance. Like you said, it's very point salady. You've got a lot of strategies that are viable in this one. You don't have to take the one route, and that's the only one that's successful. We've played around with different things before. Had a good time with this. I like the way that again, his games, he's so good at ramping things up. If you build your engine well enough, you will start to get more and more that you can do each turn and more that you can build. And pretty soon you're getting to that point where you're like, I'm running out of places, but I could do more. There's so much I want to do. Yeah, you got to be careful with that. And then if you get too excited about it, you can, I think you purchase, if I remember right, you purchase more of these, but you lose points if you don't fill them up. So you got to be really careful. You can't just go buy crazy and make sure you have all this extra land around. You got to be very strategic when you purchase these too. Just really neat, solid game. If you like Uwe and you want to try some heavy Uwe Rosenberg goodness, this is a good one. Now, is this still easy to find?
Massively out of print.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
It's like out of prints here. It's like way over there.
Find it at a convention and play it because it's a lot of fun.
You can find them secondhand if you really want to work at it.
That's true. You have to dig around though.
Board Game Geek Marketplace.
There you go. That's true.
Yeah, that's a good one. And this one, the version we have, I assume it's the only version, has 2 different games in the box. There's like an Irish version and a French version.
I always forget about that.
And you have to decide which way you want to play. And it changes. It tricks up the cards that you play. So it's... Yeah, it does. There's a whole stack of cards that's different. Don't
I didn't notice much difference. I'll be honest. I know it changes it a little bit, but it's
changes it a lot.
Do you use beer or wine? Are your monks making beer or wine?
The buildings are different. What they do
They have
is
different names. It's cute.
Oh my gosh, they're very different. Don't listen to her. No, they're pretty much the same.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I didn't notice a difference except they made them cutesy names in either language. Troublemaking.
No, there's differences.
There are differences.
Not really noticeable. You don't really like, oh wow, this game is completely different.
No. It's just...
My 31, she apparently doesn't like this game, so that's alright. It's okay.
Garbage.
She likes games I don't like, and I like games she doesn't like.
There you go. Okay, I'll allow this.
It makes the world spin.
Spin?
I don't know.
What? Okay. I don't know what just happened. All right, so this one, my next one, my 66, dropped a little bit. It was 48.
Oh, goodness. Punitation.
Probably. I think it's just a hint that we need to play it again soon. That's my guess. I'm thinking it's probably going to settle around here, too, and that is at the Gates of Loyang.
Loyang. You like this one better than me. That's interesting.
And it's yet another Uwe Rosenberg.
Back to back.
Back to back, no less. And I think this one edges out Aura et Labora.
Destroys this game. Whoa, was that my outside voice? I was just thinking that, and it just
this one has vegetables.
It just low-yanged right out of my mouth.
Vegetable.
Go ahead.
Can't take you anywhere.
I'm
Okay,
not
so
going anywhere. I'm here.
so this one is all about the vegetables. Oh my gosh. I don't know what it is about these little games and their little vegetable building like engines. I just love his stuff. Okay, so first of all, you get a bag of wooden colored greatness. You get fun little bits to play with. It's ridiculous. Okay? Next up, you have your little trail of greatness. Yeah, there you go. See that? Walking up the victory point scales of happiness. And then you've got your different types of vegetables right here. Okay. Okay. And then here are some customers. And they're like, hey, I want some vegetables. What kind of vegetables would you like? Well, I'd like a pumpkin, this weird looking lima bean thing, and I think that's cauliflower. There you go. They want those.
No,
and
that's the people that give you stuff.
They're the ones that give you? Are
Yes.
these the, wait, where's the sellers then? I thought the sellers had that. I think you have this backwards. And then see here,
No.
garden plot. And here's the tricky part though.
Crazy.
When you make it garden, I swear these are the sellers.
Yeah, here you go. Those are the ones.
Those are the ones that give you things.
No, this is the
Oh,
contracts.
okay,
These are the contracts.
Okay.
These are the people you buy from.
Those are the ones you buy
Come
from.
on.
And then these guys, hold on, let me show them because they're very similar. Give me this crap. Oh my gosh, you're so cleaning that up. This is the one I was thinking of. See, you can see the victory points on it. That makes more sense. The garden plots is where it gets really exciting because you can only plant one type in a little particular garden. So you need to build a nice
I'm
little
gonna be
engine.
so mad at myself when we play this.
Yes,
next.
you are, and you have only yourself to blame. I'll just
I won't remember.
show
I'll
this
blame
particular
you.
footage.
I'll blame
Oh, it's okay. It's on record.
I'll
We're
blame
good.
you.
We're good. And so you have to build like this engine up. So right now,
People
I'm
at
going to
home
make
had
this
a
a
heart attack.
pumpkin farm. And so now I have 5 turns of pumpkins coming out one at a time. You get to harvest one a turn. That gives you some security for 5 turns. And then you're going to have to do something about pumpkins again if you're going to be using pumpkins to make some sales. And so there's this balancing act. As you saw that the customers always want a variety of vegetables. So you're going to want a variety in your garden.
What is going on right now?
I'm just ignoring the peanut gallery over here. It's like a 3-ring circus
What is going
of
on
chaos.
right now?
So yeah, so you want to build up your engine, build up those victory points, and keep cranking away at that. And again, it's a nice little race. I enjoy this game very much. I love how, again, it's another one of those that if you're careful and you plant your gardens correctly, you have a nice ramped up little system, an engine that you can build, and you just start cranking out orders. A lot of fun. You can play the bits constantly. It's another one of those games that doesn't take up a huge amount of space, and you also have a box that's mostly empty, so it's kind of funny they have it in this box, but
Yeah, it's a cool one.
easy to pack.
It's all about building that engine to make money, and then you buy your victory points. That little path she was talking about. Did you say that?
Those are the
Okay.
victory points?
Yeah, I was busy messing with cards.
I noticed.
I like this one. It's my 109.
Okay.
I just prefer other Uves over this one. It's a good one though. I enjoy it. It came back in print.
Recently, right?
TMG reprinted it 2 years ago, I want to say.
Yeah, fairly recently.
Yeah, 2018, so 2-ish years ago.
You'll probably find it.
You probably can't find it in print. It's funny. This one, the original version of this game was setting at the our board game store for like ever. And I always walk by and I go, "Ooh, it's an Uwe game," but then I heard bad things for whatever reason about this game.
Huh.
I think Tom doesn't like it. Several other people doesn't like it. And I'm like, I kept avoiding it. And then we got into this big Uwe kick.
And you're like...
I went back and I'm like, I'm going to get that game now. I'm going to try it. It's gone.
It's there for how long? And
then luckily this came in print pretty quick right after. So I got the TMG version.
This is another longer one. This says 60 to 120 minutes. Even at its longest, it's still shorter than Aura at Labora by a significant amount. So keep that in mind.
It's not as heavy.
And it's not as heavy
It's
as
not
well.
as good.
I'd argue that it's a tiny bit better.
Tiny bit better. One place better.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's my 109. That's good.
That's good. Yeah, so it's good. I like that I have your secondary.
It was in the also rans
66
on my list.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Do you like those kind of
I do. I like
breezy I'm gonna use the word breezy.
It's medium weight. It's not
breezy Uwe games. That's a breezy Uwe game. For an Uwe game, that is breezy.
Yeah, he does get some
compared to
games.
like Le Havre or Caverna or
and
Feast for Odin and the big boys.
That's true. That's a little boy.
It's a little boy.
Yeah, it's a little one. Okay. My number 60. That was 66. So my 65. This one's come up a bit from 92. Because it was a recent play. We played it again fairly recently. And that was Bruges. Bruges. Going back to my buddy Feld. Another one of my favorite designers overall. And this is the game of multi-purpose card greatness. For a lot of people that play Stefan Feld games, this is like their go-to. Hey, you should start playing this game. It's one of the lighter versions that he's got. And I would argue that, yes, it is one of the lighter ones. Not necessarily one I'd start with, but it's very, very easy to get into compared to a lot of the other ones. It's pretty easy to teach because basically it's all about reading your card and deciding what you want to do with it. You got a nice big city map. You've got regions. You've got a city wall thing to build. You've got dice. Huh?
Canals.
You've got canals, thank you.
Plagues.
You have plagues, lots of plagues.
You have walls and canals.
Oh, that's true. That's right, because you have to split some of your resources to build the wall stuff. Yes. And you have certain resources you need to build the canal stuff. Let me just show you some of these lovely... It's another one of those boxes that's easy to pack. So you grab a bunch of the cards, shuffle them up, and you stick them in these two little cute boxes. And basically, once you see the bottom of... Is it one or both of these? Then the game is over. It triggers
the end and you split the deck, I think, if I remember right.
Yeah, I think you just get down to the bottom of one of them.
Which does trigger the end, I think.
There's a lot of cards. See this?
And they have 8 different things. I don't know how many. 6 different things you can do with them?
I want to say 6, yeah. Let me show you the board so you can kind of see what we're talking about here.
17 different things you can do with each card.
You do get an introduction into Stefan Feld's point salad for sure. Okay,
6.
So... Here's the little wall thing that Hunter and I are talking about. You have to start from one of your starting places, and then you're building out. And you get out to the either side, and you get 5 victory points on either end. Actually, that's the money. Victory points here. So you can see you get a bunch of stuff that helps you with income and victory points. However, these are not so easy to get. You have to do a bunch of different things to do those. There's also some stuff to get first player. There's things to get victory points and tiles and stuff. There's different colored meeples that give you different actions and also are different kinds of payment. Dice rolling.
Plague.
Goodness. Let me show you the cards now.
Plague. You can get the plague.
Oh, the plague. We all hate
there's
the
actually
stupid plague.
Flood, plague, raids, and fire.
So what's cool too, for one thing, is you can see once you flip the cards that when you're getting cards on the backs, they're colored. So there's color-coded buildings. They do different things.
Well, you also know what color. If you need specific colors to do specific things, you can see the top of the deck.
Kind of get a little bit of a choice because you can see the top of both. You get those two. You can draw from either pile.
And move the cards and see what's underneath.
No, you cannot cheat a little. Interesting. So, watching somebody else a little more closely next time. You also have to build one of these buildings. If you want to put a brown card that does some actions and stuff, you have to build that kind of building.
You got to build a house for your little person.
That's right. You got to do that. So now, here, let me show you here. We got a gatekeeper. Hello, gatekeeper person. And if you look, there's a whole mess of stuff along the side of that. Look at all that. Okay, each one of those things is something different you can do in the game. Plus, there's text. It's wild. Okay?
That's not a wild.
No. So many things.
Can you name all the things you're doing on the side?
Oh my gosh. So you can get...
I was going to look at it.
Oh, here.
So make sure you're saying.
You can get certain colored meeples.
Yes.
You can do a dice. There's something to do with the dice.
Draft the dice.
It's what?
I don't know. You do something with the dice.
Yeah, you do something with... It's helpful.
I think you get a die. You die.
That's not helpful.
Workers.
There's a kill a plague of a certain color.
That's money.
Oh, it's money? Just straight up money. Oh, you roll a die and get that amount of money.
No, the blue die, you get that much money.
That's what the pips
whatever
are.
the color the card is.
Yeah.
You get that much money.
I basically said that. Anyway, the next one, you get to kill one of the plagues that's of that color.
Yes.
You get a...
Build a canal.
Canal tile. Thank you. You asked me to do this.
Oh.
And then there's a building... Build the building.
Build the building.
Then you've got the ability.
In
this case, this guy looks like he's got an instant ability. It says immediately build a canal token for free. He's pretty cool.
What?
So you have to play him,
I
though, to
want
do
that guy.
And then you can't keep him to use for other stuff. Okay? But then there's this wood carver dude that he's got a red meeple. You pay a little red meeple. And then for each castle person in your play area, you get a victory point. So he's like Mr. Victory Point Cranker if you pay a little red meeple for him. So some of them have different costs. Some of these are infinite things, so anytime that something's triggered, they go off. There's a really wide variety of stuff on there. So it's really, really neat, but again, kind of thinky. But it's a great introduction into the way that Feld likes to make a point salad strategic planning. Very cool game.
So I got good news and bad news for all you folks at home. Bad news.
This is no longer...
Crazy out of print. Good news. It's coming back into print.
Oh, okay.
Under a different name. A streamlined revised version is coming out.
That's right. When is that?
I don't know. It's on Kickstarter, so who knows?
Okay.
But, yeah.
In the future.
It's I don't know what the name of it is. It's Amsterdam.
It's a new city or something, yeah.
It's a new city collection from Feld. There's 4 games. One is replacement for Macau. One is a replacement for Bruges. And then there's 2 new games.
Ooh.
So 4 games.
Very exciting.
It costs
check that out.
$10 million to buy all 4.
I'm sure it does.
I don't know.
$10 million. Huh?
Bruges is my number 94. Because she likes it more than me.
I do. Surprising, actually.
It's a great game, though.
We both have a thing for those multi-use cards, and this is just a perfect example of that.
It's a good one.
All right. My number 64 is new to the list this year.
New. I'm excited.
But I think the designer will be familiar to you because we just talked about him because it's Stefan Feld.
2 Uves in a row. 2 Felds in a row. I detect a trend.
Dun, 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 dun. Bonfire! Bonfire! This is the story about little wavy hand angels and baby Yodas.
Oh my goodness.
And how they built a bonfire and walked on paths and went through random portals. The end. Okay, Hunter likes the real version better. I like my edited theme better, just saying, because the theme is weird. We're going to go with that. But the gameplay is amazing. This is taking one of Feld's lighter games, this is one of Feld's, if not the heaviest, next to the heaviest of Feld's games now. This is, you've got these little bonfires that you need to, like, light and stuff, right? And you need to get your little angel dudes to them so that the baby Yodas can go. It's a long story. Anyway, in order to do all these complicated things, you have to build a bunch of portals, and you have to build a walkway, so your angels can go down the walkway, hop through the portal, get to the bonfire. In the meantime, on another part of your map, you're floating around on a little boat going to different islands and trying to get stuff in order to help you do those things and also get you some victory points. This is point salad insanity, long-term strategy. You got to keep your eye on the prize and not get distracted or your opponent is going to destroy you in this game. It's one of those games where you need to be thinking at least 3 turns ahead what you want to do as a game plan because there's so much involved with everything that you're doing. It is very thinky. What are you getting? Oh, you're getting out the... Oh, thank you. Okay, so you can see what we're talking about. I'll show you. Here's Baby Yoda. See? Baby Yodas. They're actually what? Gremlins?
Gnome.
Dwarves? Oh, gnomes. They're Baby Yodas.
It's your wavy guy.
Okay, and here's my little wavy angels. These are
guardians.
These are guardians, supposedly. Whatever. They're totally cheering. Go! Go team! Okay, here's Baby Yoda. Thank you. Thank you for that. Grogu.
Oh, my goodness. Spoilers.
If you haven't figured that part out.
Alright, so Bonfire. It's an amazing game. It's awesome. I give it A+++.
Is it gonna be...
It may be my new favorite Feld
I was gonna
game.
say, okay.
And it would probably fall in either the low 20s or the high teens.
You sure it's not Cult of the New? That's how good it is for you.
It is good.
It is
solid.
Really
Really
good.
good. You're on a boat.
It's true. Although the boat traveling I found to be difficult.
Nah.
You did a lot more traveling than I did.
No,
too.
it's good. It's good. If you like the heavy Feld games, if you like Bora Bora, if you like Trajan, if you like what's the other big heavy ones?
Aquasphere.
I wouldn't compare it to
Oracle
Aquas.
Delphi.
Oracle Delphi. The heavier,
Luna. Luna's heavier.
the heavier end of the Feld spectrum, and this is probably the heaviest and probably one of the longest of his games. Aquasphere may be a hair longer than this, but
It says 70 to 100.
It was an hour and a half for us to play. It's the first play though. I just liked it.
It was really good.
Awesome. I really enjoyed it. It really had me head down, brain burny thinking about the game. It seems to be, I think with more plays we're going to see, there's probably just all kinds of avenues to victory.
Yeah.
She did something completely different than I did, and we had comparable scores. I think you actually beat me.
I did.
Yeah, we had very comparable scores, and we did completely different things.
And it was really neat. I enjoyed that part of it.
I love it. It's great. It's.
I suspect too that this is going to be like all of his other games, and it's going to scale amazingly well in all player counts because we played this 2-player obviously and loved it. Yeah. And I would think, just the way it flowed, I would think it's going to be awesome 4-player as well.
I'm
looking forward to playing that sometime.
I mean, there's our option. Some places were blocked off for us, I think, in the 2-player game, and it opens up more of the game and more players.
That's pretty common for a lot of his stuff too.
It's awesome. I think it's semi out of print. I mean, they had
already.
They had one. The first print run sold out, so they'll do more print runs, I'm sure.
Get it?
It's really good. It's really good. If you love the heavier Felds, buy it.
Yeah, this is. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I want to play this and Trajan back to back to see now, but we suspect this one may be heavier.
Tell you how much I like it. I actually pre-ordered this game.
What? Wow. He doesn't pre-order.
It's a good one.
So yeah, that's exciting.
It'll be near the top of my list.
I think it's going to continue. Yeah, I think it's really going to continue to grow.
I want to play it again, and then after that, I want to play it again.
Repeat plays coming from him. Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
It's a good one.
Yep. It's amazing.
It is amazing.
Yeah.
Much better than 60, whatever this is.
64.
Yeah, that. It is one play, though.
We shall see. Yes. All right. My next one got punished. It was 25. It's dropped to 63 because we haven't played it. We have talked about playing this for like a year now and have not played it. And I want to play it because we have not completely played this game. It's in stages of different civilization, like different parts of history. And we've only done half or three out of the 4 ages. And that's for the Colonists. Oh my gosh. I love this game. I think I would be addicted to this game if we got to play it more. It's very heavy. It's all about epic strategy. And it has 4 different ages. And I think we've only played the first 3, but in different points. We played 1.
We played 1.
We played 1 and 2.
We played 2 by itself. We played 1 and 2. And then we played 1, 2, and 3. But we've never played 1, 2, 3, and 4. We've never played 4 at all.
We haven't played 4 at all, and I cannot wait to play it.
And we played 1 2 or 3 times, and we played 1 and 2 2 or 3 times.
Yes.
And then we played 1, 2, 3 once.
Yes. And I just want to play it again so badly. What I love about this is the game ramps up a little bit with each age and adds more game to it. There's another resource, like there's newer upgraded resources and things, and it takes the game and it's like, now you're also going to be able to do this. It's like almost like it's teaching you new stuff, but it's using it under the guise of you're advancing, so now you can do more with these different resources. It is glorious, and I love the way it builds, and I cannot wait to try that 4th one that has everything in it. It also has, if I recall, it's got the worker placement, it's got the engine building resource stuff.
Read on the back. Read on the back.
Oh, my bad.
Right here, what does it say?
Worker movement. Worker placement is so yesterday. Oh, okay, he's going to get a little spicy with it. Okay. All right, we're going to have some words.
You have one worker on the board, so you're not really placing workers. You're just moving that worker around to take different actions on the board, and there's rules on how far you can move and how you move and different ways to move and jump like that.
It's worker placement. You're placing that stupid worker somewhere else.
You're moving the worker. He has to travel. He's traveling.
Give me a break.
He's traveling.
He's a traveling worker.
Yes, he's traveling.
Why don't we call it worker traveling then?
Well, traveling and movement's kind of the same thing, right?
But worker placement isn't. Ah! Okay.
No, that would be taking a worker and just putting it.
Why
on
are you
more.
siding with this dude?
I like it.
It's on.
It's so yesterday.
Yesterday, all my trouble.
Now this game's awesome. I want to play an epic 4-era 10-player. I don't know how many players it is.
It doesn't go to 10. If it did, we'd never leave.
10-player version of 4 eras. It takes 3 weeks to finish.
I kind of want to see that happen now, but yeah.
Now, when we played 1, 2, and 3, it was easily 3 hours.
Yeah, it was. It was a huge, epic deal, and I love how big this game feels. It feels big and epic.
We start out with a tiny little map, and it grows and grows and grows, and you move your worker around that map. Oh man! And you have your own home board you're building out stuff on too. So
yeah, I mean it's ridiculous. And
it's really like you said, it's very smooth because when you start off, you're using rocks and junk like that, and then you move into like the bronze, and then you get to iron, and then steel, and then spaceships. I don't know. We never played the last
we don't know. It's a mystery. Don't spoil it for us in the comments. Yeah, I'm stoked. I really am stoked to go through this, and that's why I got punished. I'm pretty sure because it's begging to be played. He's like, look at this. This is stage 4 right here. You haven't played this era. He's pointing it out to us. What are you doing? I like the art too. The art's very similar to Uwe.
43, by the way. I love this.
Is it? Oh my gosh, you do love this game. That's exciting. It's got fun little bits. Let's see here. I'll show you some of the little tiles and stuff. They're very detailed. It's a heavy game. No lies. It's got a bit of detail to it. But even in its simplicity, it's got some cute little art. It's nothing like to get too excited about, but it's simple, to the point, cute, and it tells you everything you need to know. I'm always a fan. So you get to see the little resources and stuff. I really like the art. It really does remind me. I wonder if it is the same. It's not the same artist as, doesn't say on the box.
Looks like Caverna art to me.
Yeah, it does look like the artist that Uwe uses for a lot of those games. And it's just really...
I was trying to sneak a peek at an Era 4 tile, but...
Look at you! Filthy cheater. Look at that.
I don't see any. I don't even know where they look.
Some of our scores. Ooh. Oh, you played solo. Okay, I was like, what is that score? I think you played it solo at the very beginning just to try it out, right?
I played Era 1 by myself, yes. Yeah, just to learn the game.
Yeah, and so good. Embassies.
I don't think this is... We probably threw away the other pad.
Probably.
You probably hated
Buildings, embassies, improvements, dollars. You have farmers and citizens and merchants. And that's what you're scoring. Oh my. So yeah, it's so good. So good. Big, heavy, meaty game. And I like the fact, I mean, fortunately we've gotten several plays in because it is a little bit like plug and play. What do you want to play today? Well, I just want to play one era. Well, let's just play the first era. Figure it out. Get feel for the game. And next time you can dive right into, or take it to, start at the beginning and work your way through.
This one. I want to play this one. Now you got me itching to play this one.
See? I'm telling you. Colonists. It's calling. It's
calling us.
It's calling us.
You missed that. It's calling us.
Yeah, I was ignoring that. I was trying to pretend. Okay.
I will be ignored.
My 62 has gone up from 87.
What?
And I think this is probably a good spot for it. Part of the reason for that is we got an expansion for it. And we got 1 or 2 more plays in that we just had a ball. And that is... Dun, dun, dun. Oh, I can't do it. I'm just kidding. Did you hear all that noise?
Oh, you tilted it. What are you thinking?
Raccoon Tycoon. This is the
Raccoon
ridiculous...
Typhoon now.
It pretty much is. It's like an Allstate commercial inside there. Deluxe edition. This is a beast of a box, and it weighs 40 pounds. It's amazing. And it's got the Fat Cat expansion, which is, by the way, absolutely delightful. So...
What have you done? It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
It'll be about to find out.
It'll be fine.
Actually, it can't be too messed up because everything is chock full to the top. So, Raccoon Tycoon. What you're doing in this game is you become a tycoon of railroady things. And, it's all the metal coins. The deluxe edition is to die for. I'm not going to lie. Although, I still think there is an overabundance of first player pieces. You've got Fat Kitty, the original, and now Raccoon Boy.
This is the original.
I said that.
This is deluxe.
And there's Fat Cat.
And this is the expansion.
I don't know. With the deluxe edition, though, you also, and the Fat Cat expansion, you have these little extra critters that you get to do things with. And they have special little things that they do off on their own. It's kind of like an extra thing to the game. The deluxe edition also changes all your resources. Instead of just boring little cubes, you now have wooden bits that are in the shape of the actual resources, with the exception of...
I think they always had those.
They're cubes. No?
I think they always had those. Yeah, I'm
Pretty sure it's cubes.
I'm pretty sure they always had those.
Pretty sure they were cubes.
I bet you I'll bet you $300.
Oh, okay.
They were resources.
Not nearly as exciting. But you hear that? You hear that? That is so satisfying. These are amazing, heavy... These are heavy coins. This has a nice little...
Careful. Support it.
The metal coins are ridiculously heavy. Okay. But then you have beautiful storage extraordinaire. The reason these are sliding is they're little folded over pieces that you use to kind of hide your stuff from spying eyes. And, handy dandy, it's got the actions for the game inside here.
And your superpower.
And your superpower, because asymmetrical play, another reason I love this game.
And the expansion. These weren't in the base game.
No, that is part of the expansion. But this is part of the deluxe. This is what I want to show off. Look at this score sheet of death. That is ridiculous. I love it. We don't want to look at this. This was a bit of a train wreck. Pun intended.
Train wreck.
So, gosh. I'll show you the board. Kind of explain what's going on with the game here. This is all about a stock market, really. And set collection. So, you have this lovely board. And up at the top half here, we have all these different resources, and you have different costs associated with them because as you buy or sell, the prices go up and down, which means it's a bit of a gamble. When do you want to sell? You obviously want to sell high, buy low, but other people are going to gum up the works for you by beating you to the punch, right? So you have to play when you want to do that with your resources. Then you've also got these railroad and town cards, okay? And at the bottom, you've got building tiles. These are usually things that help you with your engine building, get resources and stuff like that. And then these cards are basically a set collection. So as you get a railroad and a town, you pair them up and you get extra victory points. So you want to try to kind of balance those out. But of course, with the railroad in particular, you are bidding for those. So there's a bidding war every round you go after these. Anytime you say, I'm going to go for a railroad card, you have to duke it out. And the nice thing is it's fairly friendly in the fact that if you don't win that one, you go on to the next and you get to start the bidding on the next one.
Well, now you get another turn. You don't have to do another auction.
That's true. That's true. You do get another turn, so it gives you a chance.
Because if a card comes up that you don't want, then you're like not forced to auction that one.
Right. Now this is... Oh, those are all the silly ones. I want to see the...
What are you looking for?
I was looking for the... Where's the artsy... Oh. There we go. There's the railroads. I wanted to show them the art because... The art
there is no art.
What is wrong with you? There's tiles randomly on the
side. No. Oh, no, those were there on purpose. So
oh, my bad.
What have you done?
Yeah, it'll be exciting.
What have you done?
So I gotta show you guys the art because the art is just... This is another one of those games that just blew me away with the overproduction of it. This is at its heart is a... It's not like it's a simple game because that's not the way to look at it because it's a fairly heavy game, but it's simplistic in what your goals are. And they overproduced it with just a glorious way. Look at the art on these cards. I absolutely adore it. Just beautiful. Look at these little bunnies. And then, let's see, we got the bunnies.
Bunnies, promo, I think.
Yeah, as the promo thingy. Little raccoons. Oh, and a fox. Look at that. Aren't they? I love this. Where's the fat cat? I didn't grab the fat cat.
There is no fat cat.
There is, too, a fat cat. And top dogs. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Fat cat. And a top dog. Look at that. Aren't they wonderful? I love the art. And then here's some of the towns. Oh, it's just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. What other ridiculous thing they have? They have paper money, but it is this crazy, awesome, like, linen feel. Oh, the deluxe version's ridiculous. Look at these. You'd never guess. Everything about this game is just awesome. I love it. Again, grossly overproduced in the most beautiful way possible. And it's just so much fun to play. And you all know that I'm not insanely crazy about the whole stock market thing, but it's like, okay, it's not my favorite mechanism by any stretch. but oh my goodness, is this fun. This is crazy fun to play. It is so much fun to battle it out over these railroads. It's fun to play with all the different bits. You're trading these bits left and right all the time because you're using them to get stuff. What are you looking for? What's wrong?
This doesn't go here.
Oh.
Go ahead. Keep talking.
Okay. And just, it flows really well. We've played it 2-player several times, and when we first played it, the first time we played this, we played it with a full player count, which is...
5, I thought.
Yeah, I want to say it's 5 as well. Oh, it plays so well. It scales wonderfully. And then last but not least...
Not 6.
It's not 6. Show off those boards,
1,
too.
2,
No,
3, 4, 5, 6. Now it's 6.
Oh, now it's 6. I thought
It
you
used
said
to be
it's not
5,
6.
now it's 6.
No, I wanted you to show off the recessed boards.
This is the last edition.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And this is where you can keep all your resources, and they've got the special little spots for the animals now, and then your tiles, all your bonus tiles and stuff. Oh, so cool. Oh my gosh. Again, unnecessarily overproduced in such a beautiful way, but it makes it just that much more fun to play.
Yeah, you do not need the deluxe.
You do not need the deluxe version, but you kind of need the deluxe version. It's so awesome. But just playing the base game, you don't even need the Fat Cat stuff. It's so much fun to play. But I think because we're huge fans and we like playing it a lot, it was totally worth getting the expansion. It adds a lot of fun, extra replayability. So
yeah, it's my 52.
Nice.
And
Nice.
This would be my new go-to when someone says, hey, I want to try out a stock market game. This is the one I would, assuming they want a light one. The base game is super simple to teach. You have like one of 4 actions, I want to say. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 different actions, and they're simple, like take goods,
buy goods,
auction a
goods.
thing,
Yeah.
do a town,
Get a
buy a building. It's pretty simple.
Yep. A lot of fun.
Good one.
Love it, love it. It's my 62. And then last, but not least for today, my number 61 is new.
New?
It's new.
How's it new?
I don't know when we played it. I gotta remember. It's new.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah, you do too. Don't lie. Don't lie.
I might be able to see out of the corner of my eye.
Glenmore 2. Another heavy-duty game. Back into my top 10. Oh. This one, I feel, has gone under the radar. I heard very little buzz about it when it first was being a thing, and then it just kind of disappeared. And I don't know why, because this game is so good. And I think my favorite thing about it is the way the turns work, because the main part of the board, it kind of reminds me of Luxor in a way, as you're moving around this board, but you're kind of like, oh my gosh, trying to like hop around it. And every time you land on something, you can get that tile. But that means that that tile spot changes. So Hunter may want to jump ahead and try to beat me to that tile, but he can't get anything behind me because we have to keep going around, right? And you're using those tiles and building up your own little space of land. Again, you're building up resources and engines to get the points to win. But I love that mechanism of how to build it. You're also moving around on this little map here. Let me see if I can pull everything out so you can look at it. It's so cool. It's just such a heavy game, but it's got some... Look at this rule book. Blech. Lots of stuff.
Yeah, but it has 10 expansions, so...
It doesn't really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
8 or 10.
That's insane.
8 expansions.
Okay, so here... Oh, I forgot. This is so handy, too. This is crazy. Yeah, it's modular, so... Here you go. Here's one of the little maps you can travel to, and it's got resources and stuff, and you can see that it's nice. It's just a nice little map. And then here is the board that I was telling you about. And all the tiles are here, and you keep going around, and you get stuff, and then you take them off, and this and that. And there's different types of tiles. And here, oh, I love this. There's different, that's right, this is, I forgot, all the expansions are different Chronicles and things that you can
modules.
do. Like
they're not really different expansions. They're just included in the game.
Yeah.
The modules.
So they're set up as like little chapters of a book, which I absolutely love. And we made a note of which ones we've started trying and which ones we liked. We're kind of leaving notes as we try them because we're determined to try a different one each time since we got the big old Mondo Mega thing here. And again, this is another one of those that the artwork is kind of along the same lines as the other ones that I really like. It's, again, it's not the same as the Uwe games we were talking about, but similar. You can see it's fairly straightforward and simple, but still really pretty. And you've got little fluffy sheep. You've got big chunks of stone, root beer barrels. I'm kidding. It's beer. It's always beer. Or whiskey. Actually, isn't it whiskey in this one? Yeah, it's whiskey in this one. That's right, because we're Scottish.
Scotland.
We're Scottish. Little dudes in kilts. And then I would show you different things, but I don't want to spoil it for you because these are all different little fun little modules that you want to explore yourself. But I will say, how cute is this that they made them look like books? Okay.
They're Chronicles.
Glenmore Chronicles. I get it. Yeah, it's adorable. Okay. Plus, A+ packing. I love these people. Do you see this? Nice clear case. Boom. Nothing is going anywhere. I applaud these people and wish they would do more of those. But as you can see, there's a lot of stuff going on with the game. It's pretty heavy, but at the same time, it feels very intuitive. I really enjoyed how smooth this game felt.
It's a pretty heavy game.
It's heavy.
It's a pretty heavy game.
Oh, it's heavy. I didn't say it wasn't, but it feels like it makes sense. So it's not like one of those where you're going, yeah, it's crunchy and I don't quite understand why we're doing this. I didn't have any of those moments. So I really, 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 really like that. And I just enjoy I like the movement. I don't know what it was about that center board being able to hop, skip, and jump around and pick and choose what I wanted to.
Well, it's that whole mechanism that a lot of games use where you can move forward basically as far as you want, but you're giving up other things behind you. Mm-hmm. And if you kind of take baby steps, someone can jump ahead and grab something you really want. So it's really cool. I think this was an omission for last year.
You think so?
Because it's on my list, and I did mine before you, so you must have.
On your, well, yeah, but what did you do?
Oh, you're right, my bad.
I was like, you still did this year.
Yeah, this actually game came out in, you're right, you're totally right. It came out in, we got this in December of last year.
It was right after I made my list, I think.
And we didn't play it until like January or February.
Oh, okay.
After we both done our lists. Yeah, you're right, it's new. It's new in my
list. It doesn't feel new because we did have it down here and we were staring at it for quite a while. Oh, I don't know why we delayed, because it's so good.
It was just heavy, and we had lots of games. We always end up with a ton of games around Christmas time, and it just didn't get played before we made our list. So it's my 76. You like it a hair more than me, and it's very apparent when we're playing. She enjoys it quite a bit more than... and the Chronicles we played before are... we've liked. I mean, they kind of trick up the
Both
game
of
a little bit. They add a little... We played the base game a few times, and then we played 1 and 2, the Chronicles, and each time we're going to try a different one. And they're cool. They're just like a little tiny little, almost like a side thing that you can do. It doesn't like radically completely change the game. They're just little...
But it's been, again, the first two anyway, so far we really liked, because I noticed the note in here. I put good next to them and a little note.
Right.
So that's really cool. I'm looking forward to trying the other ones now. This one and the Colonists are kind of calling me. I'm not going to lie. I really want to play them badly right now. So.
Yep, it's a good one.
So that's
good list.
I
approve of this list.
Do you?
I do.
Wow, that's
I approve
shocking.
of this list.
I thought it was too roller coaster.
Well, I don't approve of the radical changes in your list, but I do. This section of 10 is a very solid section. I'll give it a thumbs up.
It had a lot of heavy games in it, like super heavy games.
That's why it's a solid list. Except for that Luxor or whatever it was. What was the other one? The other light one?
Parks? Yeah. Oh my gosh. Bruges. By your definition's light.
No, it's not light. That's a good list.
Yeah.
It's definitely improving as we go.
Well, you would hope. Will he still continue to agree with me, though, when I talk about my next 10? That remains to be seen. So stick around till next time, and we'll see ya.